Okay. What is going on, YouTube? We are back again with yet again another interview with one of our favorite artists in the world. Shout out to the one and only extremely talented Jay Nun, busting up the music in the background right now. YouTube man, how are you doing, brother? How was everything, man?
Good, man. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad we got to connect via social media like this. I've been watching your reaction videos for a while. I've
Oh
been
wow.
super charismatic like me, got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I was like, let me see if I can get on camera with him one time. So thanks for having me.
Right, seriously, dude, man, it's an honor. It's an honor to have you here, man. I'm really excited for this. Thank you very much for responding to my message in the first place and agreeing to be here with me. I know you're super busy and you've got so many things going on in your life, which you're going to delve into with time, but I'm really honored to have you here. Shout out to you, and shout out to the people in the house, all the voiceplay fans, all the Janon fans, and the Kofi gang in the house. That's my fan base, the Kofi gang. We're here. Shout out to the Kofi gang, man. Shout out to y'all, man. There are so many questions that so many people have thrown in there to ask you. So we're gonna delve in that later on.
Bill says I'm a little
Oh,
quiet. Do I need to turn my mic up a little bit?
are you? I'm not sure if it's from my end or from your end. Yeah, turn your mic up. But I've turned you up from my end anyway. So.
I'll see if I can turn my mic up a little bit, Bill.
All right.
Check. Input volume. Yeah, it is.
Should be good. Unless I am too loud. You good?
Check.
Sound good for me.
Microphone check. Yeah.
There you go. I was waiting for you to do your is Jane Dude, that is the best thing ever.
Do it more to me than I
I would think so. I would think so. I would think so.
me doing it
Yeah.
all the time when I
Yeah.
was a kid, like a teenager, and then it turned into everybody doing it to me. Like people call my phone or they'll see me and they'll be like, "It's Jana," and I'll be like, I'm supposed to do that."
Man, now because it's such a catchy tune, man. The way you do it, it's so perfect. Wait,
They said I'm still
still
really
quiet.
That's
Right.
weird.
Okay, let me.
I know I turned the mic up on my end.
All right, let me do that from my end. Let me do it from my end then. All right, say something.
This doesn't work. I got one other fix. If it doesn't work on your end, I got an idea.
Okay, all right. Give me a second. Ah, right. Okay, bear with me. Okay, I think it could be me, but give me a second. Let me do this. All right, say something right now.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me?
Okay. All right, should be good.
Mic check.
You sound okay.
Am I still low, y'all? Am I coming in low? Iris, Sarah,
Oh yeah,
Bill,
good.
Danita.
Perfect. All right, good. Finally.
Perfect. Okay. All right.
Finally.
All right. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I think. Yeah,
Yeah, they said it's good. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
loud and proud. I love how you say Maine. Is that the way it's said in your area and in where you come from? Is that like a term? The way you said Maine.
I think Maine is like old. Maine's probably like mid '90s, late '90s or something. And I still be saying it. I don't know why.
I love it, man. I've been saying that all week, man. I'm like, yeah, Maine.
Like Mane.
Exactly, Maine.
That's what I say. Mane. Maine.
Brilliant, perfect, love it.
What up, man?
What's up, man? Man, it's good to see you. All right. Let's start off right off the bat and just say this. Well, I discovered you from voiceplay, right? Obviously, you are an artist on your own by your own merits, right? Way before you were discovered by voiceplay, or I'm not sure how that journey went through and everything like that. But you are an artist by your own merits from school. I'm not sure if through church as well. I'm not sure how that works. So let's talk about your journey as an independent artist being discovered by voiceplay, and then after, I mean, it's a long summary I'm asking of you, so let's break it down little by little. So By your own merits, being an independent artist from a young age, how did you get into music? What was that portal, that gateway portal for you to enter into this life now, this current Janon? What was the beginning of
it? So origin story. So,
origin stories, yeah.
Origin story. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
West Virginia.
And yeah, man. VA 757, 2 up, 2 down. I never get the figures right. So I grew up in a single parent home. My mom sang in church choir, Bible study choir when I was a child. So I grew up around music and instruments and voices like super early, like before I could even talk. So wow. I always think, that kind of was like where it started. Like I was just already like surrounded by like really dope musicians and big loud music sounds and stuff like that as a kid. So I think that all of that soaked into me like super early. Yeah. Oh, okay, P-Town, let's go. I see you, Bill. So I think that's where it started. So like I think I could sing before I could do anything else. Like
wow.
Like I think I was already singing songs as like a toddler, and I remember elementary school, like we would have like these little cutesy concerts, and I wasn't in choir or anything, but you know how they make little kids sing like just to give them something to do.
Exactly.
Like I was like the singing like 6-year-old that could like the teacher would be like, whoa, hold on a minute, this kid can like actually like like not just like a little kid that's like A B C D.
Nah,
like I was in a bit like A B C D. Like giving her like some attitude with it. So I think that's just where it like started, and then from there
you were already doing the Is J nah.
Nah, not that soon.
That was your entry into the world.
Not that soon. I wasn't Is J None yet. Is J None didn't come about until like 14, 15 years old. Like around then.
I see.
But yeah, I got into music super early. Like I started dancing at a really young age. Like I was doing ballet, tap, hip hop, everything. Wow. And then I was in orchestra like from 9 years old to like end of high school. And then I just decided like one year, I think it was like after 8th grade, I wanted to take music like seriously and start, learning how to songwrite and kind of put my own songs together, at least with like piano chords and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you started learning instrumentals from a very young age. Was it piano you started with?
Piano. No, violin was my first. Violin was my first love.
You know what? Yes, because in the music video, I noticed that you were playing violin alongside Lane for Warrior. That's when I discovered you could play the violin. Wait, he plays the violin?
Lane's way better than me on that like he remembered way more on the violin than I did. Like
wow.
His ability, his violin sound was just more pure than mine was. Mine was so rusty. It took us like so many takes like just to get like a good one. I was like, oh my god, I'm struggling, bruh. But I hadn't played it in so long.
It was a really good nugget because it was like a short 2-second clip of you playing it, and then just quickly, whoa, that was Janon playing it. That was so cool, man. Oh,
yeah, man,
that's awesome. That was
one of the first things I did because I already knew how to sing as a kid, so I didn't want to take choir when I was younger. Right. I wanted to pick up an instrument, So, but yeah, I didn't start taking being an artist seriously until like beginning of high school. I was like the summer right before that, my voice changed. I had a growth spurt, and I was like, you know what, I want to be an artist. So I started going to talent shows, like trying to get over like the whole stage fright thing. And,
is that around the time you're going to American Idol?
No, this was way before American Idol.
Okay.
I didn't get on American Idol until like almost a decade later, pretty much.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm older. I'm older than I look. I guess that's what you.
So how old would you be now? Right now.
I'm 32.
32. Now. Wow. Okay.
32.
Man,
32. I know. I look like I'm 16.
Seriously, it's very unseemly.
But I'm 32.
You would have to ask. One would have to ask. Like, how old are you?
Yeah, most people when they find out how old I am, they always think I'm like 23 or something like that, and I'm like, bruh, I'm like almost a whole decade older than that. I wish I was 23.
You've lived. You've lived.
Yeah, I've definitely lived a bunch of lives. So I did the solo artist thing from age 14 to now, and then eventually I found my way I was living in Atlanta and I auditioned for the Lion King show.
Yes.
And that's how I ended up in Orlando at Disney. And then fast forward
Ah.
2 years into the future from after doing Lion King, I think no, more than 2 years. When would have been? That was 2014. So
So you
that's like
played you played
almost.
you played Simba? No.
Oh, well, not his name wasn't Simba. It was like his name was Nakawa. So he's
Cow.
like, and he was like the leader of the lion section in the show. I don't know if you ever seen the show before,
Oh.
but yeah, Simba actually is like a puppet in the show
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Oh right, of
um
course, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I would command the lion section and make everybody roar. You know what I mean? Like so that was cool. And then like 3 or 4 years into that, I somehow found my way into auditioning for voice play. And I can't even remember. Oh, okay, because Ellie and I met on a cruise ship gig, subbing for another local a cappella group, and it
I
just ended up being
see.
like a cool hangout. Like me and Ellie really hit it off, and some of the other guys, we just hanging out, drinking and talking after shows and stuff like that, and just networking. Um, and he hit me up to audition for them to do like some Christmas shows at Disney again, because
Yeah.
Disney's always at the center of everything. Um, and that's pretty much how that relationship started. And me being a sub for them that Christmas somehow turned into me becoming a member
Yeah.
of the group overall.
Strong member at
At
that.
some point. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. It was like it was just a trajectory just came out of nowhere. Like I never saw myself ending up in that predicament or even in that genre. Like I sang a little bit of acapella in college, but that's like just it's a corny, cheesy, like
Exactly. Cause
you
in
know just
in the group in well, I'm not sure about this, but when you went to American Idol, this is a decade later now. Well, I'm not sure what timeline you're talking about now, where you met Ellie. Is that around the same time you went to the American
I
Idol
did Idol like a year or two before I met
before you met Ellie?
Voice Play. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So you formed a group for sure,
yeah,
which
yeah,
had
yeah.
Clark Burkham in there. So you sang with Clark Burkham to audition.
No, Clark Beckham wasn't in for sure. For sure
No,
was
for sure.
the
Right.
was for sure was the singing group I was in as a teenager in high school,
Ah, I
and we
see.
and we did it a little bit into our college days as well.
Oh, right.
Clark
Okay.
Beckham was in my we were in groups together in American Idol.
In
There's a
American
group
Idol.
round in American Idol.
I see.
So me, Clark Beckham, David Oliver Willis, and I can't remember the other guy's
It's
last name,
Jesse
but I know his
Klein.
first name was
Jesse
Jesse
Klein.
Klein. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We all were put together in a group for
That is
American
pretty
Idol.
awesome, man.
So, yeah, yeah, that was crazy, man. I was like, y'all some singing fools. I was like, I don't know how we gonna put this together and so quickly, but we made it work. Kelly, that was season 14,
Yeah, season
I
14
believe.
it was.
Season 14 of American Idol. That was like 2015,
Yeah. I think
2016. Everything happened so quick when I moved to Orlando, man. Stuff started like just
Wow.
popping up. I was like, Mom, I think I'm about to be famous. Hold on a minute. Stop,
I'm
stop
about to
playing.
be
I
a
was like, no,
star.
stop playing. Stop playing with me now. We about to get you that house now. Come on now. Let's go. Stop playing with me now.
On the way to Hollywood, baby. We
For real, man. Once I got that golden ticket, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, man, it's about to be over. I don't care what's happening. And then they cut me off the show before the
Oh
live.
damn.
They cut me off the show right before the live rounds, y'all. Like right before you can
Oh my
vote
days.
at home and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Vote for Jay Neasy or whatever.
Janie.
Text 00757 to vote for Jay Neasy.
You already
you didn't get
had
to-
your words prepped out.
yeah. But I didn't make it that far, man. They cut me right before that. But Clark went on to get second
Yeah.
place, I think. But he should have won the whole damn thing, though, man. That's
Wow.
a singing. That white boy be singing his ass
He
off.
can sing. He can
He
sing.
be singing his ass off, man.
With the
I'm
passion.
serious, man. Like you almost get mad at him. You be like, bro, why do you know how to do all of this? Like, what happened? What happened? Like you think that's a black dude who went and got surgery and is like blue eyed with
Like
blonde
Michael
hair. I'm like,
Jackson,
you
man.
black underneath there. You lying. I know you lying. You lying, Clark. I want to see your birth certificate right now.
Yeah. All the signatures, bro. Got some Michael Jackson vibes going on with you.
Yeah, man. He
No,
wild,
man.
man. He's a cool dude too. He's funny, man. He's
Yeah.
a funny guy.
No, it was a great discovery to see that you actually performed with Clark. That was mind blowing. I was like, wow, that is pretty cool, man. But then I also discovered that you already knew DJ Young way earlier in your younger years.
Me and DJ, where the heck did me? Obviously, we met through Disney. No. Was it not Disney? So when I first moved to Orlando, everybody knew that I was like on my R&B artist type thing too.
Right.
So
Right.
and DJ was another R&B artist in the area, and at the time I think he was in Japan doing Universal Studios in Japan. And I kept hearing about him, and I never met him. And everybody's like, "Yo, you and DJ need to do a song together, man. Y'all both are really dope. I heard y'all original music, yada yada yada." And I didn't meet him till almost a year later because of his contract or whatever. But I think I heard him singing like at a karaoke bar, this big karaoke bar in a City Walk called Rising Star. And I was like, this must be the DJ everybody talking about. I was like, he was singing his ass off again, man. So I went up to him after he got on the stage, and I was like, bro, you must be the DJ everybody keeps talking about, because I don't know nobody else around here that be singing like that. So, and he was like, yeah, I'm DJ Young. He was like, I heard about you too. It's nice to meet you. So we met at City Walk at a Rising Star, and then we ended up working together doing the Beetlejuice show at Universal Studios in Orlando. So that was cool, man. That's where it like started off at. And then we worked together again at Disney again. Man, Disney
is really known for linking people up in that way, man. That is so good.
There's a talent pool, man. Like we worked at American Music Machine, and he was singing tenor in that show, and I was singing bass. So that's how we got a lot of time on stage together, because we didn't get to do the Beetlejuice show together that much.
Oh, right.
You know, we did it together like a couple of times at the Beetlejuice show, but American Music Machine, we did that show together a lot, like a whole lot.
Wow,
a whole lot.
That is awesome. So the mouse, someone's talking about the mouse. I'm not sure about that.
That's Mickey Mouse, Disney.
Oh,
Disney,
right, the mouse.
You can't escape the mouse.
Now see, let's break to that. You have quite the talent for playing different characters. Like you're a very animated person. How many characters, like down to paper, how many characters have you actually played out on stage?
My God. You said how many characters?
Like how many characters have you played? Like in terms, like, because I've seen that you played Dracula before.
Yeah, that was the Beetlejuice show, Dracula.
Right.
I was Blackula though. I said I was Blackula. There was only like 2 black Draculas at that show. It was me and what was Linford, I think was the other dude's name.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know we don't deal with that vampire stuff.
Yeah. Somebody got to do it though.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's gonna have to step out and be the first person to do it.
I think Wayne Brady was the first one to play that role though, or it might have. I don't know if he was the first one, but he definitely was the most famous one to play.
You see,
play that role. Yeah.
Nah, that is pretty good. Now,
how many characters have I played on stage though?
Yes.
That's what you're.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta go. That's another not origin, but
thing.
I guess I started doing acting stuff like in high school. I want to say sophomore year. I played the Bullfrog and Honk in this musical called Honk. Pretty much making the ugly duckling feel better about being ugly, because ugly's gonna be in style one day or something like that. I played Conrad Birdie and Bye Bye Birdie one time, so I was like Black Elvis. So pretty much like a I was kind of doing like a James Brown Elvis type of thing.
Yeah, mixture. My days.
I did some Seussical stuff. I did. I'm trying to think. Oh, I played. You seen The Wiz before?
The Wiz? No.
The Wiz about the Dorothy and
Oh, the
there's
Wizard
no
of
place like
Oz.
home. Yeah, the
The
Wizard of
Wizard of
Oz.
Oz.
The
Right,
Wiz is
right.
the black people's version of the
Oh, oh,
the
I
Wizard
haven't
of
seen
Oz.
that.
So
I haven't seen
Michael
that.
Jackson plays the Scarecrow in the
Ah,
black people's version, and Diana Ross plays Dorothy, and they got a couple of other people playing the
I might have seen that. I might have seen that a while
the
ago though.
Tin Man. Yeah, it's a good one, man. So I got to play the Scarecrow. So I was trying to get my Michael Jackson on while I was playing Scarecrow, you know. So I got to do that.
Yeah,
Um, and I guess those are probably like the most memorable ones. There's like a couple of other ones, but nothing like super huge like that.
yeah,
Obviously the Disney stuff, and
yeah,
we said Blackula already. So you
yeah,
know those are like
yeah.
the main ones. Yeah, I played a few characters in
That is
in my
that is quite
lifetime.
the talent. Seriously, that's quite the talent you have. Did you see yourself doing
Belvis.
blowovers?
That's all
Yeah,
the counties at Belvis.
blowovers. you, you know what you mentioned that you sang bass when you performed with DJ Young in the
hmm
Beetlejuice. So let's talk about your vocal range. When did you discover? What part did you actually start with? Was it a baritone? Were you always a baritone? Did you start with a baritone
Obviously,
or
when I was a
yeah,
kid, I had like a super high.
high range?
Well, not obviously, but when I was a kid, I had a super high voice. So I was one of those dudes when the voice changed. I wasn't able to maintain that tenor,
Right.
that high tenor range.
Yeah.
So I sang in choir in high school. I went to this performing arts academy, um, Salem High School Visual Performing Arts Academy. Shout out.
Shout out to
And
them.
they did me right. I was the first graduating class from that school, so I had to sing in choir and I played in orchestra.
Okay.
And you know, back then, I don't know if they still do it the same way now, but then, if you were a dude, a teenage guy that could sing higher than like middle C without cracking, like you're gonna be in the tenor section. Like that's
Yes.
just the way it's gonna be because most guys going through the change, you can't have your tenors. You can't
You
have
can
the
have
whole
that,
tenor
man. It
section
has to be
sounding like that. It's like,
clean, bro.
yeah, it's gotta be clean, man. Even if it's falsetto, like you
Yeah,
gonna have
man.
to, so
Yeah.
if you can sing over middle C, you go into the tenor section. So that's where I went. But
See.
honestly, my voice got super deep like early. Like soon as I had that voice change, I went from sounding like a little boy to sounding like how I sound now. Like I
Yeah.
sound like a grown man. Like now, of course, it's gotten stronger over
Yeah.
the years because obviously now I am actually a grown man.
Yeah.
15 years old, 14 years old, you're not a grown man. You're still growing. So
Exactly. Exactly.
um, but yeah, man, I think I really started realizing that I had more low range than I thought. Like
Oh.
like a year or two before I got that American Music Machine job. So this would have been like maybe like a year into Disney. So like maybe 2014, 2015, I started realizing I had more lower range than I thought because I didn't think they would hire me to be a bass. I never had a bass singing job
I see.
before that. So I sang bass with my old group a couple of times for sure, but that's because
Yeah, for
nobody else
sure.
was really had enough range to get like to stay down there comfortably.
Yeah.
But I never really had like a paying bass gig before. That was my first time,
Ah, I
man.
see.
So
I see.
I was like, cool. I don't got to warm up when I come in. I can just wake up and brush my teeth and go to work. I'm good. I
Dude,
don't I
it's
don't got to do
always
no
there.
la 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 la's. No,
No pain. Nothing.
I just walk
No.
in.
No liver. Yeah, man. Nah, seriously, man. Being a bass is like the best thing. It's just,
It's fun, man. Especially with pop music. Pop music has the best bass lines,
yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah.
and they're repetitive, so you don't really have to think.
Yep, where the chords changes. Oops. Lost
Chord
J.
changes kind of are for the most part. You got your verse bass line and then your chorus bass line. That's it. And then it's for
Exactly.
that show is a bunch of medleys. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
stay on one song for like super long. You would just
Exactly.
hit it for a couple seconds and then go to the next one. You
Perfect.
know.
Yeah. Being a
No
bass
lyrics
is,
required. No
yep,
lyrics
just a
required.
doom,
Unless
the doom of the
you have a
bass.
solo. Sometimes you get a solo every
Yeah.
now and then, and
Yeah.
that's coming. So get out of your
Get
doo doo,
prepared.
get out of your doo doo box, and get ready for the
Get out
one
to-
liner you
Get
got.
prepared for it. Get prepared for that moment where you're gonna get everyone going, what?
Yeah.
that-
Yeah. It
with
was
that
fun,
line.
man. It was a fun show, man. Fun group of people too. Lots of really dope singers in that show.
Yes. So still on your range, what would you say your vocal range is? basically.
I
So
actually, I finally
have you
had
measured it?
sat
Yeah.
down. I sat down and like I wrote it out. I'm gonna see if I got it on my phone somewhere because I remember I had got that question so much after I started singing with voice play. Like people were like, "Bro, like what is your actual range?" And I'm like,
Because
"I don't."
you sing really high comfortably, higher than the norm average tenor guy would be able to sing. Well, we know that from
So
voice play, right?
so I got
So
it. I got it labeled as B1 to B5.
B1. Oh, so B1 as in the bass. B1.
Yeah, under low C. So I went back and like listened to all my old recordings, and then I sit at the piano and hit these notes, and I'm like, these are the notes that I'm like capable of hitting.
Okay.
Probably not at any time, because sometimes I wake up and I wake up on more of the tenor side of the bed, and sometimes I wake
Yeah.
up and I'm more on
On
the
the
bass
bass
side of
side,
the
yeah.
bed.
That is very true.
So
That's
that's
very
why I'll
true.
always be like, I'm just like a true baritone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'll leave the rest of that stuff for the people to deliberate over, because I don't want to obsess about my range. I just know I
Exactly.
have a
Exactly.
nice full
That's quite a
strong range.
massive. Quite a massive, octave range though. Like that's around 3 to 4 octaves. That is massive.
Four
That
octaves.
4 octaves. Yeah.
Four.
That is really really massive, man. Did you what?
And
Did
it's
you?
solid. It's solid. It's not just like something where I'm just like, oh, I can kind of hit these notes or kind of hit
Exactly.
these notes. Like
Exactly.
I've hit these notes
Yeah.
multiple times,
Yeah.
recorded it,
Yeah.
whatever. But like I said, I don't obsess over it. I kind
Over
of
it.
like
Yeah.
stick to where my wheelhouse is, and I do my
Yes.
fun little
Yeah.
riffs and runs there.
Yeah.
I just have
Yeah.
fun with it. I'm not worried about
You did mention
the
that
range.
you never did or you never took vocal lessons because you already had it. Did you at some point, work on your vocals to develop, the riffs and the ad lib skills, just the music mashup of your voice? Yeah. Well,
For sure, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember right before Disney is when I got like more serious about like really learning how riffs and runs kind of work. Like I could already kind of do it, but I wanted to
Yeah.
take it to like another level.
Yeah.
So I started listening to like Tank. I don't know if you heard of that singer before.
No.
He's an R&B singer called Tank. I'll send you some of his stuff. But
Yeah, send me. Yeah.
I think it was like 2011, 2012. This chick I was trying to talk to like told me about him. She was super into music, and she was like, "Yeah, you really learned some stuff from him if you listen." I
Tank.
was like, "All right." I was like, "Let me listen." I was like a young hothead. Like I was like, "Let me listen to this fool. Let me hear what he got."
Yeah, let's
And I
see what
heard
you
him
got.
do this, but it was the intro track. I heard him do this falsetto riff and then switch into his chest voice while he was doing it, and I was like, "Bruh,
Ooh.
what the hell?" I was like, "What the hell did I just listen to, bro?" Like, and I couldn't dissect it. So I knew if my ear couldn't catch it, I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not where I
Yeah.
wanna be at." So one of my
Wow.
friends told me about this app. I think it's called like the Amazing Slowdown app or something like that. So you can upload
Oh.
audio to the app and then slow it down so you can dissect the riff or the run or whatever it is.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
I put it in there and I listened to it, and I was like, even slower, I'm still not really picking up for it. So I'm like, man, this dude's a fucking beast, man. He's a beast.
I need to
Tank is
listen
a
to this.
beast, bro. He
I,
schooled me, bro. Like I was like, oh man. I was like, I know I'm probably never gonna get quite that clean, because
yeah.
he's another one with a crazy range. Like he's like a real tenor, but he has like bass range too. So it's like he's crazy,
Oh.
man. I'm gonna send you it too. I'm gonna send you the
You have
exact
to.
song I'm talking
You have
about.
to. You have to.
Um, and
Wow.
it was amazing, man. Like that opened my eyes to like doing different, like riffing from my falsetto into my chest voice and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It was like scream, ye my name, or something
Is
like
that
that.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
scream,
Yeah.
ye my. I was like,
Connecting the falsetto.
yeah, man. But it's so seamless, bro. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with this man, bro?
Yeah.
And then he would go right back in the chest voice, like da, 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 da. And I'm like, bro, that dude's like a. That's why he call himself Tank, man. His voice is built like a
tank.
daggone tank. Like, no, I know he's
That
like
makes sense.
jacked too. Like he's like a strong
Oh,
dude
but
too.
yeah, that makes sense.
But nah, bro. I'm gonna send you this song, and you gonna feel the same way I did. You're gonna be like, what in the hell was, and that was just the intro track to the album. That wasn't like the hit song or like the middle of the album. This is the first track on the album he bodied me on in like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Just cooling people, just cooling you. Wow.
It ain't right, bro. You shouldn't be able to just do that whenever you want to.
There goes my reaction. That's my exact reaction to you sometimes. Like I listen to you, I listen to some of your riffs, and I'm like, why can he do that? I say that all the time. I'm like, no.
Yo, some of them said that's how they feel listening to me. I'm like, bruh, y'all, bruh. That's how I know I'm not an alien. Some people try and be like, bro, you're an alien. I'm like, no, I'm not. I know I have worked with people who are aliens. Like DJ's an alien. Clark Beckham is an alien. Like these fools can be dumb sick and still sound like this. Like, and they're not straining or anything at all. I'm like I can't do that at all. Like I'm super solid. I'm super consistent. I'm a beast in my own right, but I'm not an alien. I'm not that good. I know when people there's like the Michael Jordans, like I'm more of like the Scottie Pippen. I'm the teammate, the number 2 that's gonna make the number 1 look incredible. And then when the number 1 is like down, I can step in for number 1. You know what I mean?
I think you're selling yourself short, man. Seriously.
I don't know, man. I just never been that obsessed about it to like be like super good, you know what I mean? Like I'm just a music lover who happened to know how to sing really well, had a strong voice really young, and like has been able to maintain it as I got older. Like I love music and the way it makes me feel. I love writing. I love producing and co-producing when I can. Like I just love to be in the mix, you know what I mean? Like I do it more for the feeling, you know what I mean? I never been obsessed with like, okay, I never been super obsessed for long enough to be like, I have to hit this note and then I have to get my range to go like this and then I have to like I obsess about some stuff sometimes, more so like when I'm in the act of like recording or creating. But like in terms of like getting people who want to like get like better and better and better and better, mine like kind of peaked out like a couple of years ago. Like I still want to get better at some stuff, but it's not really so much singing. I'd rather get better at like production and mixing and all of that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool enough with my voice where it is, at least right now. It could change in a couple of years and I could be like, you know what, now I want to be like a crazy dope falsetto. Like I want to get my falsetto like to like Mariah Carey notes or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I just never wanted to get too obsessed about it because then I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it as much, you know what I mean? Like that's my fear. Like I'm like, when someone's singing something and they're like, you can tell they're like concentrating too much. It's like, I don't want to concentrate, man. Like if I'm a sing something, I want to enjoy it. If I'm a rap something, I want to enjoy,
Just
like
let it flow.
Let it flow.
Just let it flow. Yeah,
let it flow.
Yeah. That makes so much sense, man. Because every time I listen to you, it's crazy how you are able to, especially when you move from the baritone range, you let it flex, and then you move into the perfect example is how you mixed your chest voice with your bridged it with the mixed voice into your head voice was the friends from the other side. I got friend from the other side. How you did that journey up. I was like, ladies and gentlemen, Jaynam just described his vocal range right here in one line. Just one. I was like, what? That was incredible.
Hey, thanks Trick Pants. And thanks Kofi, man. I know Lane probably wanted me to belt that, but I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be. I'm about to be sounding like a rocker a rock singer at the end of this. At the end of this, trying to belt that last note. I was like, I'm gonna just slide up into it instead.
Smooth, and it worked. It worked perfectly, man. I mean, that's the thing. The audience don't know what you were trying to do, right? So it's always amazing. The result will be amazing regardless. So
and it's voice play, so it's gonna be amazing. Regardless, every time.
Exactly.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. The formula has been in place for a long time for them, and they got it, man. And I miss it. I miss singing with those guys so much. Like when COVID happened, it was so heartbreaking that we had to stop because we had so much momentum and we had so much other stuff like in store and planned that wasn't even like music stuff. There was some other stuff going on at that time that was about to be like super amazing, and then it's like everything just came to not even a screeching halt, like something way more dramatic than screeching. Like it was like
it was just
it was horrible, man. It's like you're riding on the train and then all of a sudden the tracks disappear completely and you don't have enough time to stop the train. Like the train just goes over it just goes off the tracks, goes off the bridge.
Oh my god. Oh man,
it's crazy, man.
Now that we've stepped in the mud, let's talk about voice play. Now that we've stepped into it, so let's talk about it. Like the feel, because since you miss it, it would be good to reminisce and talk about it anyway. So
absolutely.
So getting into it through Ellie, and if I understand correctly, after the audition,
Ellie was the connect. Yeah.
Right. What song did you do for the audition? You remember?
Audition. So I had to learn the baritone part for their arrangement of "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. You know "Don't Stop Me Now"?
Yeah.
I think it's called "Don't Stop Me Now." Yeah. Don't stop me now.
Yeah.
Having such a good time, having a ball. You know, whatever. What was the other one I had to learn? There was another one. I got the video of it too, but I can't remember what the other one was. But I do remember they wanted me to sing that just to hear how I would blend. And then they had me sing a solo song, and I sang "Just Friends" by Music Soul Child.
Okay.
And I bodied that joint. And honestly, I bodied the whole audition. I bodied the whole audition. Obviously, because I got the job. But
it happened.
Yeah, man. It was a dope experience, and I never had done anything like that before. So, and they were super cool about everything. You know, it was like instant chemistry. Like they could tell that I listen and I know when to give more and when to back off and all that type of stuff. And that's just one of those things that you wouldn't know unless you sang in ensembles and groups before. You know what I mean? Like people who are just strictly solo singers or soloists or whatever sometimes don't understand that group thing. It's like we need to hear you, but your part's not always the focal point. And dynamics.
Yep. It's one of the things because my background is a cappella myself, right? So that's why I'm so obsessed with harmonies and singing parts and all of that.
You sang in an a cappella group before, Kofi?
Yeah, multiple a cappella groups.
Okay. Hold up, Kofi. I didn't know that. Wait, do you still sing with a cappella groups?
No, I haven't.
No, you retired. You retired already.
No, it's the UK, man. UK is difficult in the UK, man. UK is not as musical as America is. If you want to do music, it's in America, man. Like, America is the land of opportunity for anything, but UK is just miserable trying to get a cappella groups. I was in a group here, but it's much more like on a bigger scale. I was in a barbershop group here, which is a group about like 80 people, and then I was in a contemporary a cappella group, which is like a group of like 200 people. Different, obviously, we divide for different gigs and everything. Wow. But yeah, so singing closely packed harmonies and everything like that. So yeah, it's been fun. So I do like have an obsession with a cappella. I'm such a harmony geek when it comes to
that's cool.
So, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a harmony geek.
Yeah. So
what vocal part did you sing when you were singing an acapella?
It's usually tenor. Usually either second tenor, which is like an alto or something, or the first tenor. So, or maybe a baritone. So I've got quite a comfortable range.
Second tenor. So the lower tenor.
Exactly.
That's what I did in high school.
Right.
I did second tenor in high school.
Yeah. That's pretty good. But I wasn't blessed with the riffs and the runs. That's the thing that's why I'm like, I'm jealous of all of you. How can you do
that's that thing, man. You gotta riffs and runs. It's like if you can't hear it and break it down in your ears, like there's no way you're gonna be able to break it down in your voice. So that's why I was telling you when I heard. Like, I already know how to do. I think I grew up mostly riffing down, and I would never really try and do stuff going up and down or up. So that's why when I heard Tank, I was like, oh man, I was like, yeah, I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. Not that I thought I was the best,
Yeah.
but I thought I was pretty good at it. But
Pretty
if
good,
you
yeah.
listen to Tank and you listen to like any like really dope gospel singers, like they will body you they'll body anybody in riffing and running, because that's the school of singing there. That's what you grow up around, and everybody does it.
Yeah,
you know?
I used to listen to Wanya Morris of Boys to Men. You
Oh
know?
yeah, of course, and you know he grew up singing in church. Like there's no other way you're gonna know how to be that good at that. And then the R&B singers back then were all grew up in church for the most part, and so that him being around that, and then like he was just immersed in that sound, and he had that range already, so he was destined to be stupid at runs and riffs, just like, and he'll point out every note that he does. Like he can point to every single note. He's like, I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go like this, and then go up, and then I'm like, bruh, like I can't. He's like Jedi mining. He's just doing. I was like, I can't do that. Hey, everybody's saying you got a video out, Kofi, of you singing something.
I do have a video out. It came out like 3 weeks ago now. That's my first official video that I actually worked on. You can check it out.
That's the light in the hallway video.
The light in the hallway. Yeah, it's a cover that Pentatonix did. So
okay,
it's an original Pentatonix that I covered, basically. You should check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pulling it up so I can check it out after we finish up.
Oh,
That'll be the first
man.
thing I check it out.
Oh, cool. Appreciate it. Shout out to you.
I
Guys,
didn't know
man.
you. I didn't know you sang, man. I did not know you sang.
Yeah, man. I sang a lot, man. I sang a lot. It's just been busy with so many things.
Trust, I understand, man.
Yeah.
I understand. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to stay on top of everything all the time, but you know.
Definitely, bro.
We try to do what we can. We try and live out our dreams with our short time that we have. You know.
Yep.
So I think that's the most important thing. Once you get past all the other stuff, like if you really just trying to live in your passion. I know we all have to work and make a living and all that stuff too, but you got to make time to do what you're passionate about, even if you're boo-boo at it. You know, if you're passionate, if you're passionate about it and it makes you happy, you should just do it. You know?
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you go straight into music as full time from Disney and all of that, or did you question your future at some point in terms of work wise and everything?
When I moved to Orlando, it was all music. All my jobs were music. Like I was singing in bands. I was making my own music and doing my own solo shows. I was doing weddings. I was doing parties. I was doing Disney, Universal Studios. I was recording for small entertainment companies and stuff like that. Like everything was music based.
Wow.
Like I think I've been pretty much that. I worked at like a Panera Bread for like a few months.
Panera Bread.
Like Panera Bread's like it's a little sandwich fast food shop type sandwich soup salad, like baked goods type place out here. Like I worked there, and that was like the only like I guess like non-music job I had like within the last like decade or so.
Oh, interesting.
So everything else has been all music based.
Yeah, I did see you sing in a number of weddings, and you sang for proposals as well. I saw it on your Instagram. I think someone was proposing.
Oh yeah. This dude hired me
cool.
and my homie Daniel on guitar to sing for his wedding proposal. I think that was at City Walk too. Unless that was, we did one at City Walk, and then we did one at Full Sail University. It was this college out here, so
and they all said yes.
yes.
For your singing.
Thank God. I never want to be a part of one of those where they say no or. Bro, can you imagine? I'm back there singing. Cause all of me, and she's like, no. I was like, are we supposed to keep singing, or am I supposed to keep singing, or should I leave? Am I still getting paid because of gas? Gas is $10 a gallon, buddy. I'm a What would I do without your smart mouth? Will you marry me? No.
Nope.
Whoops. Cause all of me. I'm like, Daniel, play a guitar solo.
Oh my god. Bruh. Man.
Hey,
I
that's
always
been one of my
wonder-
fears, man. I used to so that the karaoke place, the Rising Star place out City Walk, sometimes I would host. I was one of the hosts that worked there too,
Oh,
and sometimes
okay.
people would propose during their little song or whatever
Yeah.
that they came up to sing, and we'd all get so nervous, like our butts would clench up, and we'd be like, please don't let this person say no to them in front of all these people, because that place would get so packed, Kofi.
Oh
Like,
no.
he was like, please don't let them say no in front of all of these people. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. Even if you mean no, tell them no later. Don't say no in front of everybody. Oh man.
my
Like I've seen at
goodness.
least like 7 or 8 like of those on that stage. And
Wow.
I was like, thank God they said yes every time, because please. I don't want to see a man's dreams get crushed in in front of all these
Because
people.
you know that affects your career as well. It's like this guy sings at every time he sings, she says no.
He said no.
Now
Hey,
your
that could be a
reputation's
growing
in-
business. That could be a growing business, though. You'd be like, if your partner's been pressuring you to propose, get Jay Nunn to come sing at the proposal, because she's guaranteed to
She's
say
gonna
no.
say no.
You know.
Oh my god. Oh my days, man. It's always
man.
something that's been on my mind, how singers feel when that happens.
Hey,
Oh,
we're real people too, man. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta play the part, though. You
Oh
know.
man, nah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So in your during your voice play journey, or during your journey as an artist, you met Matt Saleh of Pentatonix.
Yes,
Do you
I
already,
did meet
did you
Matt.
already know him? Do you already know him or know of him or something like that? Yeah.
I didn't know about him at all. So I met him when I went to go audition for D Capella, and this was before I was an official member of
Voice play.
Voiceplay. So I went to audition
Okay.
for D Capella.
They're really good too.
And
They're really
Yeah,
good too.
yeah. Fun bunch of people.
Yeah.
Super funny, hilarious.
Yeah.
Group of people, man. And I wish I would have got to work with them more, but we only got to do that one album with them while we were there in town.
I
But
need
when
to check this out. You sang with them. I need to check that out. Oh.
yeah. Just on the album though, I didn't get to do anything live with
Oh
them.
right. Okay.
So I met Matt at one of the D Capella hangs when we were there in LA recording the album for Disney Records. And it was
See.
it was cool, man. Like, cause he was like, I think he hadn't even like started working with Pentatonix yet. I think he was
Okay.
like transitioning into working, like becoming the new member.
Yeah.
So I met him, and we just hanging at the bar, just hanging out, just chilling, just just talking shit back and forth, you
Yeah.
know. And he was just super chill, man. And then I got to hang with him again when we did Voiceplay did an event with Deke Sharon, and Matt was there doing I think he was singing a solo or a lead for one of it was like an a cappella event. I can't
Right.
remember exactly what it was, but it was super dope. It was cool.
Yeah.
Lots of chill people, and then we had like a little after party thing, and me and Matt and the guys were hanging out and just chomping it up. And Matt was just super cool dude. He took a picture with me. We did the Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. Was that
symbol,
that was
'cause
the same year that Black Panther had come out, wasn't it?
That was the same
That was the
year,
same
man.
year.
That's what, I got the cap on right here.
Oh
feel me? I got the jersey. I got the
Man.
jersey. You feel me? Like you when that movie came out, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't T'Challa himself.
Yo,
Like
listen.
I was like, hey, my name is not Jay Nunn no more. I'm T'Challa. Don't call me
T'Challa.
nothing.
Ibom Bay. Ibom Bay.
Wakanda forever. Hey,
Man.
that new one coming out in November finally.
The good new one coming out.
Yeah,
Oh, I
new
haven't
Black
seen.
Panther coming out in
No
November.
way. Okay.
The sisters taking the mantle.
I
Sisters taking over
see.
the mantle.
Okay. Okay. Now that's exciting. That is exciting. Is there a trailer for it? Because I haven't seen that.
There is a trailer for it. I'll send you that too. I'll send you everything.
Oh.
Let me make a list. I'm gonna send you the tank
You
song,
should, man.
and
Send
I'm
me
gonna
the
send
tank
you
song, man.
I'm gonna send you the Black Panther 2.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe they actually went ahead with that. That is amazing. That's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
good. Nah, shout out
It
to
looks
them.
good too, man. It looks like it's gonna be super dope.
I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'm sure it's gonna be good. Man, did you play Black Panther at some point?
Yeah.
What?
What's it? Patty Cake.
Patty Cake.
Tony and Lane had me put on this boo boo wig and this costume. The Black Panther costume was dope. I still got the costume. But I was a little thick at the time, so I couldn't really fit in it like
Oh no.
perfectly. But
no.
we still made it work though. We still made it work. So
Got a
it was like,
thick T'Challa going on.
yeah. They was like, dang, T'Challa got a little thick, didn't he? I was like, yeah, you know, we been out here eating good. You feel me?
Exactly. Got that good food going. That's soul food.
Yeah.
That's-
That was fun. That was fun though, man. I got to play him in their video, and then I got to wear that whole costume and do like a kids party.
Oh, wow.
Like
That's
within
awesome.
like a month or two of that. So that was super dope. The kids like lit up
Wow.
when I walked in. I had the mask and the claws and everything. But it was hot as hell because it was Orlando, you know.
Damn. I hope you had a way to pee if you needed to pee.
Yeah. No, I made sure I got that out way before I had to get in there, because you know how it is when you stuck in that costume, and then the zipper's in the back, so somebody gotta unzip you like you wearing a dress or something.
Oh
you know?
my god, that is
Yeah.
that is crazy.
It was fun though, man. It was cool seeing the kids light up, and you know, like I said, I'm T'Challa, so I had to give the people what they want, you know.
Exactly, man. Exactly, bro. That is amazing. So, oh man. So let's talk about some projects that you were involved in as well. So I saw that you were involved in a good number of projects. One which was like an equality, anti-bullying kind of project that you were involved in with an artist called Tiffany. I'm not sure if that's her name, but with a group of people. I'm not sure if her name was Tiffany. I'm not sure if I got her name right, but
I know what song you're talking about, but I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up because
so
I'm
many
getting
projects.
old.
He
I
can't remember
remember.
some of them. So many projects he gets involved in.
Her name was ATK.
ATK. Oh right, okay.
ATK.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So we had teamed up with this lady to do this anti-bullying project thing. We got some news coverage and did a music video, and me and my sister came up with the dance moves that everyone was doing in the video. Like it was just a little anti-bullying step, and it was cool, man. It was a nice little positive boost for the community out there. And it, it was just cool to just put something more positive out into the air with the music. And I got to produce on that one too, so that was fun. I know the beat was a little cheesy and stuff, or whatever, but you gotta create a little vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes and just have some fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, so I know the lady who we were working with, her kid was going through some bullying at school. I think my nephew was going through some stuff at the time too. So we were like, let's do something, and it just came out in the music.
I see. Is that Nas G, your nephew? Is that Nas G?
Yeah, Nas G.
Yeah. So
Nas G.
So what's with the J Nun, the Nas G? Is it like it's a family thing, isn't it? It's like y'all got some nicknames.
I guess so, man. Like I know I didn't want to influence him too much. I want him to do his own thing. Yeah. But he was like, you know what? This is what I want my name to be, and I was like, all right, I'm cool. If you cool with it, if you like it, I love it. Okay. I think it's just cool to see him doing music and acting, and making his own videos and doing animations and all of that type
Right.
of stuff, man.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I just shared my passion. Like I told you, I'm just like, I'm passionate about it. I do it for the feeling. I love it. So I just, taught him how to use like Windows Media Player and
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the jink that's on the Apple iMovie, and how to use GarageBand and like just basic
Mm.
stuff, like how to use stuff. And then he just started he
Yeah.
just took it and like ran with it. And
Yeah.
after a while, he started producing his own
Yeah.
songs and writing his own songs
Yeah.
and doing videos and
Yeah.
acting and doing short films by
Wow.
himself. And I'm like, man,
And
this little
he's a sportsman, isn't he? As well.
yeah, he's
So
a
now
track runner,
track
man.
runner.
Like,
Wow.
and he's a bad boy too. He's only 16.
Wow.
Like if he legit like keeps punching it, like he's been
Mm.
punching it, he could end up in the Olympics.
Wow.
Like legit, not like, oh well, he's kind of fast. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, like
No, he's
dude is like, if he keeps training and stays focused, he could be a bad man. Like
wow.
real soon. Like I'm talking like 2 3 years. Like he'd be like,
Okay.
dang, we was just talking about that fool, and like look at him, look at him. He won't play. He
All
really
of a
was
sudden.
trying to do it. So yeah, man, I'm proud of that kid, man. I'm proud of that kid.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, talking about, you mentioned that you produced that video. Your first official production, well, as according to your YouTube, is the real MVP. I might be wrong, but that was the first, if not music video.
My first official music video was, well, actually, if we're talking about the first one, it was Man Up,
Man up. Okay,
which I think that one might not be on YouTube anymore.
I
I think it's
see.
like on Vimeo or something.
I
Because I
see.
did that when I was like 18, 19 with like some other producer who ended up being like Snake in the Grass, like
Oh my god.
asshole,
All
like,
right. Yeah.
and it's whack because it was a dope song too. It was about
Yeah.
like a teenage couple who got pregnant,
Yeah.
and the dude, instead of it's popular for men, especially black men back then, to like
Yes.
not raise their kids, like just
Yes.
leave the mom, like or
Yes.
have an abortion or whatever. So in the song, the story was the dude was, even though things were rocky with him and the girl's parents, he
Hmm.
was going to stick around and man up and raise the child. You
I
know what I
see.
mean? And
Yeah.
take care of his responsibilities as a man.
Hmm.
And we did the video, and it was a nice little local thing, and I was singing my behind off on that thing, man. Like 18-year-old J Nunn was not playing with y'all. Like I was hitting
Oh,
little
like,
riffs and stuff, and I was like, dang, I think that was the best I had ever sang, like recording wise
wow.
in my life at that time, because
You need to
it
send
took
me that
me
too. You need
like
to send me that. It's on
yeah,
Vimeo,
I'll
right? You
find
need
it.
to send me
Like it
that.
took me a while to like get into recording,
I see.
like because everything was like, I grew up like broke, and we didn't have like technology and all of this stuff, so there wasn't like I couldn't do like endless rounds in the studio of like practice and stuff, and you had to pay for
Mm.
studio time unless you knew somebody,
Yeah.
and you know so I never really got, it took me years to get the studio game down. Like I didn't record my first song until I was 16. So for me to be like
That's still
18,
that's still like a crazy age.
yeah,
16?
like, and so for me to be like 18, 19, and like was finally kind of hitting on something that sounded solid, like I was excited, man. I was like, finally, like my broke ass finally found something that I found a way to make, because I could do it live. I could sound great live all the time because you got that crowd, and you got the energy, and you got the adrenaline and all of that
Yes.
sort of thing.
Yes.
Like, but when you're in like that little cold box by yourself, and somebody's on the other side of the window telling you to, well, I need you to feel this and feel that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not the same. It's not
It's
the
not.
same as being in front of 100 people who
Yep.
are excited to be,
Yep.
hear live music. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, so for me, that disconnect, it took a long time to
Wow.
get it. It took me years to get it, and I'm still, even now, like I don't have it perfected, but I've gotten way better. Like I feel like I can still emote more and better, especially when I go back and listen to my original songs and stuff. I'm like, man, I could have sang this line or these two words so different, like just a little differently. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
totally.
you know, But at that time, that was the one. Like I bodied that song. I go back and listen to that sometimes, and I'm
You're
like,
like,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
like Young J Nunn was like, bro,
Hungry,
I hear you. I
hungry.
hear you trying to work it out, bro. Like I hear you. Like yeah, man. You know when you hear something and you like, like yeah. Like,
Okay,
So
okay. The
yeah,
hungry
I'll find
Jaina.
that one for you. I'll find that one for you
You
and send
should,
it
you should,
send it
man.
over.
So,
But after that,
yeah.
I didn't shoot another music video until like I said, I'm broke as hell. So I ain't shooting another music video until that was like 2008, 2009. So I think I shot another one like 2014, 15, and I think
Oh wow.
that was for I Want More. That was my I Want More
Okay,
song.
okay,
And that was like right around Idol time again. That
okay,
was like right
okay.
before, right around American Idol time. And
Wow.
then after that was Real MVP. So Real MVP would have been the third video
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
shot. But yeah, man, that was that
That's
Man
quite
Up
a
joint.
journey. That's quite a journey. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful story as well with the man up as well. That is a really
yeah.
good message with it. That's
And
very
that's why I
interesting.
was so sad about it because the dude
Yeah,
was he came off as like a good guy. Me and my
yeah.
mom. I think my mom knew a friend of his or whatever, and they needed like a younger singer,
I
and
see.
the friend knew my mom and knew that I was singing around the town and
Yeah.
doing stuff all the time, and he was like, "Yo, this kid can really come in and bring the song to life," and I did, and I thought the dude was really cool. He played guitar and he produced and he had a nice little house and he had a home studio built into it. And I was like, yo, this guy's cool. I was like, we might
Yeah.
actually, make some hits together, which we could have, but he
So
had to
he
be on
wasn't
some snake shit.
he wasn't original basically. He wasn't real.
No, no,
Yeah.
he was snake in the grass, man, which
Wow.
was sad because it's such a beautiful song. Like I was like, how could you be such an asshole when you got this beautiful
He didn't care
song,
about
man?
it.
Yeah,
He didn't care
yeah,
about it as much
man.
as you did. I guess that was the
And he
that's a
had a he
shame,
had a
man.
cool videographer too. Like we could have did so much stuff
Yeah,
together, and then he probably could have helped my group too, my little boy band
for
man band
sure,
situation. We
for
probably could
sure.
have get done some stuff too.
Yeah,
Like it's just the journey's weird, man. Like you think you meet, everybody says things happen for a reason, or
yeah.
everything happens for a reason,
Hmm.
and it just feels weird when you feel like you've been through a whole lot of stuff, and it could be bad stuff, good stuff, whatever. Probably mostly bad though. And then you finally meet somebody that like is kind of on the same wavelength as you, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay, this must be
it's
the
good.
the
Yeah,
people that I'm supposed to build my team with or
yep.
whatever, and do this. And then the music feels right, everything feels right, and then
Mm,
like it's almost like a snap, and then like everything like
wow.
changes, and that good thing or that great thing that finally came up becomes like a bad thing.
Yeah, but
So it's like
wow.
for
Okay.
me that was like super shady, a super
Mm,
shady and shitty situation because we were so comfortable for like months, like putting the song and the video together and doing all this work. And
wow.
like I was in college at the time, so I was driving an hour back home to go record and shoot the video and do all of that stuff, and then it's just like then
Wow.
he just flips the switch on you, and I'm like, what was all that for? Like I'd like to meet that guy again and be like, yo,
Yeah,
what were you trying to
I
do?
think you really I think
Like
you really would like to meet the guy again.
like
the way
just to know
the way
what
you're
his
talking
thought
about it.
process
Yeah,
was, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
what were you trying to gain from that? Like that we were both super local, like nobodies, like just trying to grow our names. We could have banded together and then, maybe
exactly.
made some money together and made a name for ourselves and then broke off and did our own, our own
Yeah,
things or whatever.
yeah.
But, like I don't mind being used as long as like both parties are like getting
Benefit.
something
Yeah,
out of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just weird, man.
That was
Industry's
weird,
weird. Like I have like a few stories like that, man, where it's just
man.
weird. Like people are like super cool, like how we're talking and chilling right
Yeah.
now, like super cool, and we start working on something, and then
Hmm.
the product gets finished, and then they just start acting weird. I'm like, what are you doing?
So
Like,
is it weird in terms of like ownership or benefit or stuff like that?
say that one more time.
Like, it gets weird in terms of like ownership of the craft or like the
I think
financial
I,
side
I
of
don't
it.
I don't think it was that for him because
Hmm.
he wrote the song, so I
Oh,
wasn't trying to take any of the ownership of it. I was just singing it and bringing his song to life because he couldn't sing.
yeah,
So, you know, And you needed a younger guy. Like I said, I was like 18, 19 years old. So,
Yeah.
the story wasn't going to work with somebody who was too old. It had to be a
World.
younger
Ah.
singer, a younger soul singer who could like bring that point across and be like, yo, these two kids having a baby, and this kid is going to step up and,
Yeah.
do a thing a real man would do in that
Yeah.
predicament. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what his thing was. That's why I was saying I'd love to talk to him and see like
Yeah.
what that
Yeah.
was about.
Bill Stern says you bring him to P Town. You know how you do it.
No, Bill. I'm gonna drop him off in bad news. That's what I'm gonna drop him off. After I talk to him, of course, I'm gonna talk to him first. Then I'll drop him off in bad news.
Oh man.
Never heard from him ever again.
Yeah. Well, things have a different way, an interesting way of turning, isn't it? Is like, if you think about it, like if that didn't happen, then you may have not gone through the journey that you went through to be where you are now. It's such a weird, way things turn out. But,
It'd be cool to see, like, I would like to pick like 3 instances in my life where I thought I was like either on the cusp of something great or like gonna make it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like my original music and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
it just would have been cool to see where the road would have winded. I just want to see it, Like I know we can't see it, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because you did put in your side of the work. It's, you worked in so many ways, in groups by yourself, and in groups you pushed for not in groups but for yourself. You went to American Idol, and as a group you went to X Factor, right? You went to X Factor as well as the group, right? As the singing group, X Factor.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That was a lot of fun. And a lot of drama. That show, they were really trying to bring that drama. There's so many characters on that show, but it was super fun though, man. Like it's like we had the red carpet like rolled out like right from jump. Like even though we were competing, it felt like we were almost kind of like stars already. Like when we first got there, they had us go out on this huge stage in front of thousands of freaking people to sing in front of those people, and then Simon Cowell, L.A. Reid, Nicole Scherzinger, and Paula Abdul. So it was like crazy. They got this guy backstage. You know how you see the shows, he's like interviewing people backstage right before they go out on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, get away from me. I'm trying to remember my lyrics. Like, like we flew all the way from Orlando to, actually that was Seattle. We went to Seattle to audition. So close to where I'm at right now, like an hour and some change away from where I'm at right now.
Wow.
So it was cool, man. Like it was an experience. And I met like a lot of really dope people and just got to see a lot of behind the scenes of how the TV shows and stuff work and all the goofy stuff they make you do.
Oh my god.
Just to get a little bit of TV time, and then just the games they play behind the scenes too, to kind of like put the favor some of the other acts.
Yes. Yes.
So
there's some politics. So you realize it's not really about
everything.
It's not really about who is good at what they do. It's more like what they like or what the people want or something like that.
Right.
You think,
right.
You think that's what it was, like more like that, like something.
For sure,
that.
Absolutely was like that.
Yeah,
but it's all good though, man.
Man, it's quite the journey that you have, and then you went, came to voiceplay, and then so many great songs. What is your favorite song you did, or you've done, or you will be doing, because you're still not quite done with voiceplay yet?
Yeah, I don't think the voice play and J Nunn journey will ever come to a complete end. Even if I have anything to say about it, if I do something down the line that messes up that relationship, or whatever, like they could be 90 years old and barely can sing. I'd be like, we're gonna do this video. We're gonna do one more video. It's like, I know you don't got that low growl no more like you used to, G,
Not
we
like
gotta get
Jeff.
Ellie, we gotta get Lane,
Yeah.
we gotta get shit. I might even get somebody to kidnap Earl and be like, we making this video. We getting the old group.
Oh man, yes, yeah. Seriously, get the
My
original
favorite
group.
though,
Yeah,
it's always hard to choose, man.
yeah.
Like because there's so many dope ones. So I think I just always choose the first one I did with them, which was the Beautiful Low joint
Ah,
because it was I never had done anything like that before. Like that was
wow.
like a different sound. My ears was like, yo, why does this sound so fucking dope? Like
Yeah.
it's like what have I been missing? Like I just never really dove into a cappella music like that
Right.
before.
Okay.
So when I heard them do it, and I was like, "Yo, these white boys is cold, boy." I was like, "Wait a minute, bro!" Like, bro,
They can sing.
we went into the studio, and I didn't even know the damn song. And Lane was like, "It's cool. You don't gotta know the song." And I came from the school of recording where you learn the whole
The whole
song
song.
before you
Yep.
go to the studio, so that you're not wasting studio time. And he was like, "Studio's at my crib, so you don't got to worry about paying for studio time or
Yeah.
none of that silly
Wow.
stuff. It's like you just come in and we gonna do it either verse for verse or
Verse for
line for
verse.
line, punch in
Yeah.
however you want to do it." And I was like, "Bro, I've never heard this song before ever in my life." He was like, "Bro, just trust me." And I was like, "All right." I was like, all right, I'll trust you."
Yeah.
Um, so I
Yeah.
trusted him, and we did the song, and then we went to go to do the video, and I just had so much fun like recording the song and the video. I was like, there's no way nothing else is gonna top this.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy everything we do for the most
Yeah.
part, or that we did for the most part. But that one like is just special because it was the first. It's the most special because it was the first one,
Yeah.
and because I was just doing stuff I never did
Never did.
before. Like
I see.
that riff I did down. I never
Mm.
did anything like that before recording wise. So I was just like, yo, they got
Ah.
me like stepping out of my comfort zone and trying different stuff, and
Exactly.
I was like, man, this
That
is
is
dope.
pretty awesome, man. What was your first impression of each of them? Earl, Jeff, Ellie, Lane. Who else was there at that time?
That was everybody.
I think that's everybody, isn't it? Yeah.
That's everybody. So
Yeah.
I had the most time with Ellie, obviously. So I just
Yeah.
thought Ellie was a super cool, like, like a cousin or something. Like he was just
Ah.
super funny, like like not super nerdy, but nerdy about certain stuff. He just knows
Yeah.
a lot of shit. But he was like super cool. Like when you look at him, you would think Ellie was like a super geek. But then you're like,
Yeah.
yo, Ellie is like chill as shit. Like he's
Yeah.
like super chill, like cool dude. Like probably used to be a pimp back in the day. Like I'm serious. Like probably used to be a pimp back in the day. Like he had the long hair and
You
blue
got
eyes
a,
and shit. Like
a
I'm like
fancy
Ellie
suit.
probably used to
You
be a
got a
pimp
fancy
back in the
suit and
day.
everything.
Pink and purple suit with a black cane and a cool hat. Nah. Ellie was cool.
Yeah.
Lane was I thought Lane was like super weird, like
Yeah.
straight off. But then like as I got to hang out with him more, I was like, yo, this is like Big Brother, like
Yeah.
annoying as hell,
Yes.
like
Yes.
gonna try and get you mad as much as as much as
Yeah.
he possibly can.
Yeah.
But he forgot he don't know who he messing with because I got two older siblings and
You
one
know?
younger sibling, so I'm good at being the annoying big brother, annoying little brother too.
So
So
you took
you
over
you
that.
done met your match. Yeah, you met your match, sapsucker. You're not gonna beat me.
Exactly.
We gonna be pissing everybody off together and pissing each other off and laughing about it all day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, me
Oh
and
man.
Earl, hanging with Earl. Earl is a sports guy, so he like
Ah.
the sports and video games. So he like knows all the information about that stuff. He knows the best places to fucking eat all the time. Like every time we landed somewhere, he's like, "Yeah, we gotta go try this. We gotta go try this. We still gotta hit the
Wow.
gym. We still gotta hit the gym, but we
Yeah.
gotta try this. We gotta try this."
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And of course, his range is like crazy. Like every time I heard
Crazy.
Earl sing, I was like, "Bruh, like you could replace the dude in Rascal Flats like right now. Like just why are you even singing with us? Like just go take his job.
Yeah.
Like get that dude out of Rascal Flats.
Ellie.
We'll take him. You can, or
Earl.
y'all can swap in and out of both groups. You know,
Just-
so that way
yeah.
everybody gets to share the sugar.
Exactly, man.
know.
We wouldn't even notice the
Um,
difference. That's crazy.
And then G, it took me a while to get around to G because G he was just always all over the place.
Yeah.
You know. So And then at first I didn't know when he was being serious or when he was like
Oh.
joking. So I'd be like it was always, you know, that person. There's always that one person you're like you're not sure about their
Yeah.
humor. You're like, so you're like, are you
Yeah.
being serious? Or are you, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then after that, I finally learned how G was, and I was like, all
Yeah.
right, G's cool
Yeah.
too. G's like obviously the dad,
Yeah.
the fun dad
The fun
of the
dad.
group.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, somebody has to play that role. You know, make sure everybody's like staying on schedule and
I
getting
see.
stuff done,
I
and you
see.
know,
Yeah.
no. But
Yeah.
G is funny as hell too. G is funny as hell too. But
Yeah.
knows he has to take on that which all of them do it. All of them do it. But when I first joined, I think I seen G doing it the
More.
most
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
That is
But yeah, they
crazy.
all share the fun
Yeah.
dad role. I was always just like, for me, it was just like learn my parts, show up, and kill that shit as much as I can, and just be the fun, just be myself.
Yeah.
Just literally just be myself and
Yep.
just know my part.
Yeah.
You know, in the music.
Did you
So,
enjoy the Aka Top 10 live kind of performances that you did in your studios, or the music videos that you were doing? Which one did you find yourself enjoying the most?
I like live more, man.
Yeah.
I like live more.
Yeah.
I like live. Live is always going to be better to me because
That's your background,
it's
isn't it? That's where you come from. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just like I said, like we were talking about before we started the live. It's about the people, man. Like
Yes.
if there's no people or no energy in the room, it's just not the same. And that honestly, that's the magic behind like recording. Like
Yeah.
people who have these songs that sound amazing, those people are like crazy good at their craft because you're by yourself
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
create this energy. Like when you listen to a song, like this person most likely was in a room by
Yep.
themselves. Some people,
Yep.
they write in teams, they might have had
Yeah.
like maybe 3 or 4 other people in the studio with them, but essentially you're still in that box recording that shit by
yourself.
yourself.
Yep.
So for you to be able to have that type of energy, like it's almost psychotic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that you're able to create this kind of like virtual reality while you're sitting in front of this little microphone with some damn headphones on
Yeah.
your head.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you're like, damn, I felt that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
but how though? Like how? Like to me, that's Matt. That's crazy. Because
Yeah.
when I was younger, I just could not get it down. Like I said, I'm still working on it now. But like when I was younger, I could not get that thing down. I'd be like, why doesn't it sound? How come when I sing it out on the air, it sounds amazing, but then when I get in front of this mic and try and sing it in this studio, it sounds like boo boo, like it sounds stale, it sounds dry. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So,
Interesting.
you know,
Interesting. Man, it's difficult for us to relate because we can't tell. Like the audience
Yeah.
can't tell what it's usually the artist that can really feel. It's like, there is something off about it. And people are like, yeah, we can't tell the difference. We enjoy it either way.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 You know, that's that perfectionist though, man. Like you wanna, as an artist, you wanna put out the best
Yes.
possible thing you can.
Yes.
Everybody's not gonna be able to have like $1 million budget, but
Yep. Yep.
you try and catch the essence of your talent, whether
Yeah.
it be rapping or singing or whatever, playing an instrument,
Yeah.
you try and get it to sound as clean as possible. So,
Yes.
that you're always putting your best foot
Yeah.
for it. But it's hard, man. Recording is not, it's not easy.
easy.
It's
Yeah.
just not, it's not easy, man. Like
It
just because
isn't.
you know how to sing don't mean you know how to record it. And I had
That
to
is
learn
true.
that.
That's
It took
very
me
true.
years to learn that. It took
That's
me
very true.
years to learn that. They're like, dang, that boy can sing. And then you go in the studio and then what you hear back out of the speakers, you'd be like, do I know how to sing? Because I'm not, and that's why a lot of producers are like, and engineers, they're like, they rather have like a good take with some missed notes
Yeah.
because instead of like a perfectly sang take, because
Yeah.
you're like, well, you were singing in key and all your notes are right, but I didn't feel shit. But that take where you missed like just a couple of notes,
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
that, so I
Yeah.
can go in and clean up those
And
couple
clean
of
up-
notes
I
you
see.
missed,
I see.
but
Wow.
it's just different, man. Like
So it's trying to bring that stage presence in that small box, that studio cold box in there, so that you can put out that energy that you would like to put out. Even though you
That's the
might
magic.
mix the voiced perfection, the vocal perfection,
Mhm.
but you have that energy there. That's the
That's the
mind
magic.
trick. That's the mind trick you have to
That's the
do.
magic. That is the magic, bro. And it's almost
Wow.
psychotic. Some people are like crazy good at it. Like when I listen to people like Kendrick Lamar and like Usher and stuff like that, I'm like, bruh, y'all are crazy, bro. How do y'all sound like this when y'all are recording? But like that passion behind their voice every
Yes.
time,
Yes.
like
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
bruh, what in the world? Like,
You're a
and, I know some
massive.
people record with
Mm,
like live bands and stuff, and
yeah.
that makes it easier for you to,
Yeah.
because you got energy. You're feeding off of, again,
Exactly.
people. It's not just you.
Exactly.
If you got a dope ass band playing behind you or an a cappella group, you got dope ass singers you're recording with or feeding off of, that's gonna that's gonna change how you sing or rap or
Yeah.
play, you
Definitely.
know? But
Definitely.
as opposed to you just doing it by yourself, like you can be super dope by yourself, but when you got like other elements adding to your dopeness, it's gonna make you even more dope. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
Man. So one of your, I guess one of your favorite artists is Kendrick Lamar, isn't it? You
favorite
do
rap, one of my favorite rap artists for
exactly.
sure,
You
for
did a
sure,
cover of
definitely.
Humble. Was it a cappella? You did.
No, I put
Oh
like
my
this little
god.
cheesy, I put
Be
this
in
little
there.
cheesy beat together, and then like I just was throwing like a bunch of random harmonies and stuff
Yep.
like over it. But yeah, that was me. That was me putting on the producer hat for a second.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I put the little beat together, and it sounds like the EQ sounds like boo boo. But I have fun,
Yeah.
just in my room having
Yep.
fun.
Yep, yep, yep. So that was you stretching your producer kind of ability
Hmm.
in your own time. That is pretty good. That is pretty good, man. There are a number of questions that some people have thrown in here that
Okay.
I'm gonna be throwing at you. So it's gonna be like a hot seat
Hey,
kind of session.
emoting is extremely important.
Emoting, yeah,
Vulcan Ivy, emoting is a whole nother level to it.
exactly.
It adds another layer.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys in the chat though. I've been so into this conversation. I've ignored you. Forgive me. So shout
Yeah,
out to all of
my
you.
bad too. I tried to peek over a couple of times, but I was getting
Yeah.
passionate over here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So Rose Douglas, shout out to Rose, strong member of the community, says, is there anyone that you have worked with that you were starstruck and nervous to work with?
Anybody that I worked with that I was starstruck and nervous,
Yeah.
starstruck and nervous. Um, I don't think anybody I worked with, but definitely sang in front of. Um,
Okay.
uh, there's been a couple of people. Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, she was on the American Idol.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
walked in the
days.
room. I walked in the room and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "You are beautiful." And the room with like the people in the background, the camera were like, "What is happening right now?" I was like, "Man, this woman is." I was like, I can't. And I know Harry Connick Jr. was on one side of her, and
Yeah.
um, I can't remember the other judge's name. I see his hair right now. I think he's from Australia. Keith Urban. I think Keith Urban.
Oh right. Okay.
Um, Keith Urban and Harry
Yeah.
Connick Jr. on both sides of her, and she was in the middle. And I was just
Yeah.
like,
It's just
I was like, y'all
oh,
got me singing. Y'all got me singing for this this
his
woman here,
brain
and I
gone
was like,
empty.
yeah, man. I was super nervous, but I was like, let me snap back to reality and try and get through
Wow.
my little songs real quick.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's-
I was starstruck for
I
sure.
don't blame you.
Definitely.
And she was right in the middle as well. So is that straight?
Right in the
Straight.
middle. So my X marks the spot is literally right in front of her. Like,
Man,
so,
impossible. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Favorite breakfast food. Someone Brady Skull. Says
Favorite
favorite
breakfast
breakfast.
food. I'm gonna have to say like an omelet, man.
Yeah.
Like I love eggs. Like omelet, a little bit of spinach, maybe some turkey sausage, a little bit of cheese. I don't need a whole lot of
Nice.
stuff going on with it. Honestly, any omelet. I
Any
don't care.
omelet,
Just
any
give me the
type,
omelet.
any type.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
is it? What did you still maintain your breakfast kind of routine when you went from voice play or from normal life to the Navy? Right. Did things
Not
change? Yeah.
not immediately, no, because I had to do boot camp and then I had A school and A school the barracks. We didn't have like a kitchen, so all we had was a microwave. So I won't make no more omelets. I
Oh,
just started,
okay.
almost went like a whole year like without being able to make an omelet.
Wow. How was that like in the Navy?
I lost you for 2 seconds. Say that again.
Yeah. How was that? How was the Navy like? Because I know you played the part you played in the Navy is a musician, right? So you was that
hmm
is that what you did in the Navy? Yeah.
I'm still in the Navy now.
Yeah.
I'm still
You're
in the
still in
Navy
the
now.
Navy now. Yes. Yes.
So I finished boot camp was like 2 months, 2.5 months, and then I went to A school and I was there for like I want to say it was like 7 months or something like that,
I
like way
see.
too long. Um, and
Right.
then I got out here to Washington at my new duty station like 3 months ago.
Mm.
Where we at? We're in July now.
Yeah.
So
July
four
now.
months ago, 4 months ago now. So I've been officially working my the job I got hired for 4 months now, and I'm a vocalist in the Navy band
I see.
out here.
I see.
Yeah.
How is that? How does that feel? Um, different to being a normal civilian musician. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like super different from stuff that I was doing like when I was like younger.
Mm.
The only thing that's really different is like I have to do like a lot of like ceremonies. So
Right.
now I have to like sing the anthem, the
Mm-hmm.
national anthem, like a whole lot, and like I have
Mm.
to salute a good bit of the time too. So like those
Yeah.
are, I think that's like the major difference. Besides obviously being in a uniform and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But the main band I front man, like I'm still singing pop music. So
All right. Okay.
it's not like super different. I just have to know more patriotic songs and stuff. So
Yeah.
far, I've only been doing it for a little bit, so I'm not
Yeah.
I'm by far not an expert at all on
Yeah.
being a Navy musician, but just a little bit that I've done so far.
Yeah.
You know,
And the financial benefit, I guess, would be
for sure.
yeah, gracious. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
just been good to be able to, be in one spot for a good while, put a roof over my head and my wife's head, and
Exactly.
have more time to work on my own
Yeah.
music and stuff, and just kind of build something a little different for a
Yeah.
little while. You
Yeah.
know,
Do you have some videos of you performing in the Navy? Are you allowed
I
to
do have
film?
some
Oh.
videos of me performing with the Navy. I think I posted something on my J9 Facebook
All right. I don't
like
have
a little
Facebook, so
less
I
than a
wouldn't know.
month ago. I don't know why I didn't put it on my Instagram. That's that
I think
old
you
man
should.
stuff I'm starting to do. I usually put it on both, but I
Yeah.
think I just forgot. I dropped the
Yeah.
ball on that.
Yeah. So
Bill, I am a what would I be at? MU3. That's what I am now. Because I ranked up recently.
I
So
see.
I was in SNMU, but now I'm an MU3.
Oh right,
So
okay. Megan, shout out to Megan Murdoch says pancakes or waffles with your famous syrup.
oh, waffles.
Your Aunt Jemima syrup.
Yeah, my Aunt Jemima. Well, it's not Aunt Jemima anymore because they had to
Oh, you
get
had
rid
to
of it or
get
whatever.
rid of
But
it.
I
Yeah.
prefer waffles over pancakes, but I will eat them both for sure. I will eat them both.
Yeah. Man, listen, wait, what's going on here? All right, let me have a look at some of the questions here. Oh, musical aspirations. Oh wait, hold up. Nice inspirations rather. So you mentioned Tank. Um,
Tank,
any
definitely one
yeah.
of
Any other artists that inspired you
absolutely
musically? Yeah.
my super young days. Um, were there was a whole lot of Michael Jackson,
Oh yeah.
which
Oh
I
yeah.
think with like seeing Kid Michael Jackson was like I think that was the thing that
Oh
made me go like when I was a child and I saw him doing that and I
yeah.
always wanted to dance so much and sing too. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I want to learn how to do that.
Right.
Um, And then as I got a little older, Kid Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, of course.
Yeah.
And then as I got a little older, it started becoming like Music Soul Child, Usher, John Legend,
So
Neo.
putting in more style into the
Mm-hmm.
inspiration. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like, and John Legend's the reason I started wanting to learn how to play piano, you know,
Yeah.
just a little bit. And
I
I was like,
see.
he's one of the few singers where when my voice changed, I could still sing his music, you
Ah.
know. So I was like, let me start trying to learn how to play a little piano, you know. So
Yeah.
by then I was dancing, singing, playing piano, playing violin,
Wow.
starting to write my own little boo-boo rhymes and stuff, you know. So, and Usher was like, in terms of like stage presence, that's who I was trying to like
Ah.
be like. So I was trying to be like this hybrid of like so many different people. But Usher's voice was so high, like he definitely was a T1. So I was like, I
Yeah.
can't sing all of his songs like that. But I was like, I can do most of these dance steps and move like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I
Yeah.
was like, if I can pair that with my voice and get my songwriting a little stronger,
Yeah.
I was like, I should be able to be a artist in that time, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know.
So in talking about dancing, the voice play boy band in 5 minutes, right? Are you the one that came up with are you the one that made them dance?
No, no, I'm not.
Man, that was an amazing medley. I still play it up to today. I still jam to it, man. It's such a great song. And the
That
dance
joint is
moves.
clean.
Yeah,
That
man.
joint is clean. That's definitely one of my. That's like top three for
Yeah.
sure because we got the dance. So
Yeah.
obviously that had to be a top three.
Yeah.
Um,
My favorite
no, but
my
they
my
they
my
had a
favorite part.
choreographer for
Oh,
that.
they did. My favorite part of that song was when you throw in that Boyz II Men dum 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 da. I almost died when you guys did dum 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 da. Da.
Standing by the
Oh,
trash can
yes.
with the fire
Oh
coming.
my days. I think that was it for me. That's when I knew, wow, voice play. All right, you guys are the new stuff, man. I was like, yep.
That's a fun one, man.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. That's a super fun one,
Oh,
man.
I loved it. Love it. Love it. What seeing how the journey of voice play has been very interesting with you along, right? And to see them evolve into what they are now and where they are going with you along. How has Jeff impressed you so far? G, basically.
G G Money. So I think when I first started singing with them, he wasn't really doing the low growl
Mm,
as quite as much. Like he was doing it, but it wasn't like the coin thing yet.
mm,
I think he was still like perfecting it. So the
yeah.
more I heard it, especially him doing it live,
Yep.
I would just be like, bruh, like how are we supposed to concentrate while you back here? Dude?
That's my
How are we supposed to
question. That's
concentrate while you back here? Like when I first got introduced to it, I was like, bruh, you over here like shaking the whole theater and like I'm trying to sing my
oh, that just led this conversation into the right line. Led this conversation to the right place.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? Now, I tell Paul's out on the sound stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul Kalika. I
Shout
was
out to
like,
Paul.
bro, you gotta turn that shit down, bro. I'm trying to sing my part, bro. And he's like, bro, you know they coming to hear some of these bass notes too. You just gonna have to get used
Wow.
to it. So that was just one of those things I had to get, like the sensory overload, but
Yes.
between like
Yes.
Jeff's low notes, Earl's high notes and riffs, Lane's weird noises and stuff in
Oh.
the background, and then Ellie's range and riffs and rocker, sometimes
Yep.
rocker
Yep.
like
Yep.
tone, like
Yep. Yep.
it was like sensory overload. I'm like, bruh, y'all
Wow.
got so much going on in here. Like I can't concentrate on where I don't know if I'm supposed to go up here or go down or so it took me a good few months to get like
Wow.
used to performing because I never had performed a cappella music like that before. Like I said, I did like a little cheesy fun college a cappella group when I was like
Yes.
18, 19 years old, and
Yes.
we didn't have in-ears and microphones and sound engineers and all of this stuff. So it took a good few months for me to get used to all of that, all of this going on at
Wow.
one time, and like he would hit a low growl sometimes, and I'd be like, do 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 do, like, oh shit, I missed my part. And then Ellie hits a riff, and I'm like, oh, I missed my part again. And then Lane goes, and I missed my part again. And I'm like, dang, man. So it was a learning curve, like trying to keep up with everything.
It's a question I always have, is like, because whenever I listen to the arrangement, just the arrangement of the way voiceplay sings, the arranging ability is just incredible. How they arrange the songs and the syncopations in the parts, and how they play some and the intervals they put in there. It's just like, how do you guys sing it? Like, how do you put it together to sing it?
And then they do funny shit on stage too. Like voiceplay is very funny. Like we have like a lot of shtick, and like after a while, everybody started getting used to me on stage, and then we would just be doing funny inside stuff, and then the fans and the people who regularly come to the shows would catch that funny stuff, and then we'd be doing stuff, and then I'd be laughing in the middle of singing. Like, so I had to get used to trying not to laugh at the stupid shit that they're doing on stage while we're singing, and them just singing. Like, so I had to get used to both of those things so that I could actually do a show. You know, get through a whole show. So like I said, it took months. There was a lot of new stuff for me to get like used to at once.
It wasn't because it wasn't a normal a cappella group you got dropped in. Wasn't.
It was very unnormal. And then on top of that, you know, doing the shows, you know, we be getting the next arrangement ready for the next video and stuff too. So you gotta stay on top of the repertoire for the show and make sure you got your part learned to do the video, so that you're not looking like you're, you know, going like this the whole video. It's like Jay Nunn ain't sing no words during the video. He was what do they tell you that there's some type of mouth trick you're supposed to do?
Lip syncing,
there's like something you're supposed to keep saying, like mouthing, to make it look like you're like saying words.
Oh really?
Like how brown cow, or something stupid like that, or watermelon, I don't know, something like that. I don't know.
It had to be watermelon.
It was a lot, man. It was a lot, man.
Man, I can imagine that. Wow.
Lots of excitement though, man. It was always exciting.
Yeah, definitely imagine that. Oh,
that's what we call good stress. That's good stress.
Yes.
I want the good stress, man.
Yeah, you were thrown in the deep end, forced to improve. So you were forced to
forced to learn things a completely different way. Like, think about music recording and live shows a completely different way. You know,
you create your own music, not music. You create your own YouTube content on YouTube, like funny skits and, you know, thought-provoking videos and all of that. What would be your favorite content on YouTube that you watch yourself?
I'm weird now, man. Like I used to watch a lot of funny stuff. I used to watch this show called Berry Tales on YouTube all the time. It was a little cartoon bear, and he's like going through college and a bunch of crazy stuff. It's really funny. Yeah. But now I watch like a lot of sports stuff. Like I watch like I watch like Mike Tyson's like greatest knockouts and like highlights of him knocking people out and the stories behind that. And then I watch like a lot of like NBA stars, like how they came, like their origin story to them becoming a superstar and stuff, and all of that type of thing. I think that's just like super interesting. Is like these kids were like, you know, like me, like nobodies, like in their neighborhoods who, like, you know, they just picked up like a basketball and was just like, they were like 5'5", and then by their first year of college they're like 6'9", and like now they're dunking on people and working super hard to put on muscle and finally get to the NBA. And like I think like stuff like that is like super inspiring. Like I watch a lot of stuff like that, like players we don't even think about anymore who retired. I'll go back and watch like their origin story, and you'd be like, dang, their story was crazy. And it's like, if they would have ended up on different teams, they might have been just as big as like Michael Jordan and all these other people. You know, it's all about getting those right pieces like around that player. Every coach and organization is trying to build a team around an all-star or two all-stars, you know, to make a run for that championship. And it's like some of these players were like super dope, and they just didn't have the right people
Wow.
around them to win a championship,
Yeah.
because you can't win that shit by yourself. Like that's
Yes, you
just
can. Yeah.
it's impossible. People are too good, man.
Yeah.
Like so. But yeah,
Wow.
that's the type of stuff I kind of geek out on when I get on YouTube
Yeah.
now. Just a bunch of random sports highlights and
For highlights. Yeah.
origin stories and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I'm into soccer, but my little brother, he's into basketball, so he's been trying to get me into NBA. But we're in the UK, so like we have to stay up like 3 a.m. to catch like a game.
You better watch the highlights on YouTube the
we
next
have to-
day or something.
Exactly.
That's what I do most of the time. I
Yeah.
don't really start watching the games until the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you know Cesar de la Rosa, the new member for voiceplay? Did you know him before?
Mr. De La Rosa.
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. I love saying his name. I'd be like, bro, you got a
Same.
famous name, bro. Like, that's such a strong. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Cesar De La Rosa. You gotta roll that R though. You gotta roll that R. De La Rosa.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
Yeah, I knew Caesar. Where did I meet Caesar? I met Caesar at an audition for it was for Beetlejuice. It was for Beetlejuice at Universal Studios. I think that was the first time I met Caesar, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, okay.
And then we sang together at American Music Machine for a little bit as well. But I think most of our time on stage was with this cover band, this corporate band called Blonde Ambition. I subbed for one of the other singers in the band that he sang in. He was one of the main singers.
Oh.
And I would come in and be like the R&B hip hop like kind of guy, and Caesar would do most of the Latino Despacito, you know,
reggaeton stuff.
Yeah, he would hit us with that Spanish
Spice.
and be killing it. He would do a lot of pop songs too, like American pop songs too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first like time working with Caesar, and that was again around like Idol time again, like 2014, 2015 ish.
Okay.
So super exciting times, man. Like super fun rehearsals. Caesar was always a cool dude. Great voice, great energy.
Yes.
He could dance and move around and stuff too. So he was just always fun to be around, man.
Yeah.
And that I think that's where we worked together the most. Was with the cover band Blind Ambition. So yeah, I guess I've known Caesar for about seven or 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Now, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's really amazing how the group itself like networked with so many artists, and I'm really happy that you stayed and then Caesar stayed in that way. That is pretty cool. What would be
Orlando's a small like a singer community. Like a lot of the singers know each other or know somebody that knows the same person or whatever.
Oh, that's interesting. Who would be your favorite person that voice play collab with that you were into? So you had Rachel Porter, you had Adriana Arellano. I'm not sure if you performed with Adriana Arellano. Adriana. You've performed with so many people, but I think Rachel Porter would be the person you've like performed with the most. You've done the most collabs with. It would be Rachel Porter, I think.
Definitely collabed with Rachel the most.
Yeah, she is something. She's incredible.
She is super dope.
Yeah.
And also super hilarious.
Yeah. She's a character.
She is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I had to pick a favorite, man.
I guess it would be difficult because everyone brings something.
Everybody
different.
they collaborate with is dope, and they're all like cool people too. Like, I don't think I've collaborated with one person with them who was like an asshole or like annoying or.
Yeah, Jose Rosario, right? Jose Rosario.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool, man. Jose Rosario was cool.
Yeah.
super chill. It's like going over to your best friend's house and like heating up some nacho cheese and some chips about to play video games.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Jose. Oh,
yeah.
Imani too.
Yeah,
I
Imani,
don't know, man.
yes. Oh, Imani, she's
I guess I have to be biased, and it would have to be because I worked with this person before too, and we already had like a cool, like a lot of cool conversations before he collaborated with the group. So it would probably have to be Omar, you know,
Omar.
because
Okay, okay, okay.
Omar's like a brother. Like
Yeah.
every time we shot a video together, we was just freaking crying, laughing about like just
Wow.
dumb stuff the whole video shoot, man. Like you're like, bro, can y'all please like focus so we can get this done? Or we just be going off singing something else, and it's like
Wow. Yeah.
that's not even the song we're recording
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
right now.
Man,
Oh
that
man.
that is that is incredible. That's incredible. You've got a great
Same thing with DJ
same thing
too.
with DJ.
It might have to be a tie. It might have to be a tie between DJ and Omar. But again,
Omar
that's
and DJ.
messed up because I've already had like a working relationship with the two of
Right.
them. Like
Yeah.
I think of them are more like brothers, instead of like collaborators or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Oh man, that is very interesting, man. It's so good. My favorite song is the song that I discovered DJ Young from it, and that's the bang.
oh
Yeah, that's
yeah,
bang.
that bang song.
That
That bang
that
song, that thing is even the original. That joint is dope.
yeah.
I heard the original and I was like, yo, like I was at a
Oh,
pool party and I heard that for the first time and I was like,
bruh.
yo, I was like, this jank is
Yeah.
going, boy. I was like, that chorus sound like a carnival in the background, boy. Like
It's it's
I love that. I love that. Like,
it's so good, and the arrangement is just pure. The way you switch to the major and then brings it back to the minor, it's like,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When he
oh,
first brought that idea up, I was like, what? I was like, that don't sound. I was like, that don't feel kind of weird to you.
yeah,
And you know who you're talking to
yeah.
is Lane, so it's gonna.
He's like,
He's
yep,
like, if it feels weird, I want it to be even more weirder than that if I
weird.
can.
Yeah, it also has one of my favorite riffs that you've done in there as well. Not just a riff, it's just the whole line, right? So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this. It's just the way you did all of that thing. I was like, oh, dude. Damn.
Majorize,
Yeah, major.
majorize,
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, man. It was
Diminish your size.
diminish his eyes. Bring it back.
Exercise. A 1, 2, 3. Big.
That was Jeff. That was Jeff's job. The whole show. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just call it
Lane
out.
had me doing that whole part that
Oh
It's
really?
all about your best friends on everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody
Everybody
go
go
bang,
in.
didn't you?
Let's
Let's
go
go out
out
with
with
a
a
bang.
bang.
Like we were literally
Dude.
on FaceTime like this while I was recording it. He was like, "Can we like just try and like spice that line up a little bit?" And I'm like,
Mm.
What you thinking of? Like this?" And he's like, maybe this and this and this." Like literally, that's what we're doing. We're just going back
Ah,
and forth like on FaceTime, and he's like coaching me through that part because I didn't want to
interesting.
redo it. I'll redo it if you FaceTime me and do this with
And
me.
they do it. Oh
So he
wow.
was like, all right, we'll do it.
Seriously, you,
So.
you were moving in the ranges with that one. I was like, oh, and then DJ Young takes over after you. I was like, that song was just everything. It was just
Yeah,
everything for me.
the video was dope too. I really
Yep,
liked
yep,
the video. I was
yep.
like, that's one of the few videos where I like the way everything looks. I like the way
Mm,
I look. Like I was like
mm.
working out a lot and stuff
Yep,
around then, and I
yep,
was like,
yep.
man, this is like one of the best like overall like because when you're trying to portray a certain image and
Yeah.
sound, you
Yes.
know
Yes.
you just want to look and
Hmm.
sound your best again.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
think
So
that's one of the few times where I like felt like I got it
you
right
got it
on both
right.
both accounts.
The
Like some
singing and the
videos you go
looks.
back and look and you're like, dang man, I look like I weigh 400 pounds in this video. And then some videos you're like, I look good, but I sound like boo boo. And it's like you you kind of never get both sides of it right. So
Oh man. Oh
that's one of the
man.
few.
Man, that is good. So, man, Wait, let's have a look. I was thinking, I love the 5 bar harmony going into the riff between the tenors. Oh yeah, I mean, I think you're talking about Bang, right? Yeah,
Was
Bang.
that the was that that part? I can't. Well, no, that wasn't 5 part. Yeah, I didn't come up with the five
No, you
part.
didn't. You didn't.
That little at the end.
Oh yeah, that was the trio riff, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
DJ, and that was offensive. That was like,
Me, DJ, and Ellie. I didn't know if they was gonna be fucking with the idea, but I was like, I kept listening to it, and I was like, you know what? Closed mouth don't get fed. I was like, let me tell Lane that I heard this little weird thing here, and I was like, we got DJ, so we can get
yeah,
away with it. I was like, we
yeah,
got DJ, so we can get away with it,
yeah,
and he was like, you know what? I actually like that, and I
yeah.
was like, yes, I get to do it. And that's that whole, again, that tank. That's me going towards like that tank kind of thing, like just trying stuff that makes me uncomfortable, like with riffs and runs. Like
Yes, yes.
that whole, I would, if I never listened to Tank, I would never even think to try and do something
Wow.
like
Yeah.
that. And it wasn't like the craziest thing in the world. It was just sounded weird,
It
and it
sound
was like, you know
it's
what? Let's
still
do it on
dope. Yeah.
harmony.
Yeah.
Let's do it on harmony and like
harmony.
make it
Yeah.
sound even
Oh,
weirder. You know?
well, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good, man. You got the right team for it. It was just like,
Yeah. As soon as they said we was doing that one with DJ, I was like, we gotta do something like,
yeah.
we gotta do something weird like there. And then he just went like super high, like I think it was like right after that line too on that last chorus. I was like, bruh,
Yeah, it was
like,
that.
yeah, I'm way
Yeah,
too
yeah.
low. And then ripped up there too. I was like, yo, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm way too young to learn.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm way too young. Sing, bro, sing, DJ, sing.
I'm just thinking. I mean, how are you gonna sing this live when you have these strange things going on at the same time?
Oh, we'd have to practice that one a lot. For
Oh
sure.
my god!
Especially because I ain't sang with them in a minute, and
Oh
you
my
know,
god!
it'd be almost starting over again because I got to get used to hearing everything again and
Yeah,
on the stage. And I definitely haven't sang with them singing with DJ before either. So it would just be.
Oh,
I'd probably need the most rehearsal.
yeah.
Because obviously they've been singing together.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one question would be, has Jeff tried to teach you subharmonics?
I think I vaguely remember like when I first started with him, like asking him some stuff about it and him like kind of trying to break it down. But we've never had like a real lesson. I think that maybe a little later, maybe after my contract with the Navy, I think
All right.
I might try and learn, like take some
Some
lessons from
subharmonics.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take some lessons from him and try and learn the guru-ness of the subharmonics. See if I can add it to my rep. Because if I can add it to my rep and then like maybe implement it into R&B music, I think I'll be able to retire and finally
You're like,
get mama that house.
You're complete
you know?
now. You're complete now.
Yeah. I think nobody will be touching me after that.
Yeah,
like
no,
you can't.
I don't think. No,
Like
nothing.
that dude's range is like C-4 to like B5. I don't think you touching that. I'm sorry.
And that's the thing, is the fact that he can go high as well. I need to get Jeff to talk to as well.
Yeah.
Because it's the fact that he can go high and then go low. It's like, that's not fair. It's not fair to the tennis. It's not fair to the bass. It's not fair, man. It's just not, man.
Hidden talents, man.
Oh man, it's so good.
Hidden talents.
That's so good, man. Anyway, bro, listen, I've got. Let's see. Let me see if there are any more questions, man, in here. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. What was that? What was that?
Uncle Toddy, do Toddy, how you travel to something to find you.
Yeah, yeah.
Over time, we down. I don't know the words.
Oh yeah, that's one question. What was your favorite Disney project that you've done with voiceplay? Because you've done the Little Mermaid. Were you in Moana? I don't think you were in Moana.
I was not in Moana. I was not I wasn't a member, an official member yet, and I was always mad about that. Not being in that Moana. I was like, y'all could have let me come in and like just carry a coconut across the screen or something, you know. I could have did Maui. I could have been the Maui. Just came in and then disappeared.
That rap was good. That rap was good from Lane. Yeah, yeah, man. Do you still have Mr. Crispy around?
Mr. Crispy?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Actually,
no way.
He's in the background right now.
Behind you. What?
Yeah, he's back there. I'll grab
Mr.
him.
Crispy. No way.
And then we gotta probably wrap up in the next 10 because I'm taking wifey to the movies. We're going to see that
No
Nope,
worries, man.
that Nope movie.
Oh,
with,
it's out, isn't it?
With Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele. There's Crispy, guys.
Palmer.
There's Crispy.
That's Mr. Crispy still kicking.
Mr. Crispy.
What up, you sapsuckers? Go listen to R&B Stories this Tuesday. It's dropping. R&B Stories by Jay Nunn. It's this Tuesday.
Why?
It's dropping.
Why is Mr. Crispy's range so low?
Well, you thought he was going, hey, go listen to R&B Stories, man. Jay Nunn's new project is called R&B Stories. It's dropping on Tuesday. You sapsuckers, get with it.
Oh man! Oh, listen. It has been an incredible time with you, brother. I'm gonna bring the ship slowly into an end so that you can go off, and do your bidding as well, man. But shout out to you. It's been a delight to have you here, man. Listen, I'm gonna let you talk to the people right now. Where they can find you if they don't, because some people don't know that you have a channel on YouTube and stuff like that. Like some people may not know, so hit them up with the information.
All right, y'all. So if you want to find me, I mostly be on IG, so you can find me on IG at it's Jay Nunn. That's ITSJNONE. Same thing on Facebook. It's Jay Nunn. And if you want to find me on YouTube, just type in Jay Nunn, J.None. Channel pop up right there. I got music awesome. Videos, got some funny skits. I know some people said some questions about, you had some questions about the funny skits. I am going to pick those back up eventually, but you know, I got to take care of some stuff out here first. But until then, it'll just be original music dropping for now. Might be working with voiceplay on some videos here soon, but I'm not going to spoil nothing or tell you sapsuckers nothing, you know. Might even be moving back to Orlando next week. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. Got my project R&B Stories dropping on Tuesday. It'll be on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff.
Awesome.
So go and check it out, man.
Yeah, man. Go check it out, man.
Yeah, man. Go check it out, man.
Go check it out, man.
Yo, appreciate you for having me, Kofi. For real, man. This was fun, man.
Last point. Where did Jay Nunn come from?
Jay Nunn. So, I think when I was younger, I wanted to. I was a super Music Soul Child fan. Okay. And he had a album I think called Soul Star. But I was such a Music Soul Child fan that I was thinking about calling myself Soul Child because that was, I was like 13, 14 years old. So I was like, I think I could get away with this name. But then the first recording session that I ever had, the engineer just had me go in there and just start singing just to get levels. And he was like, yo, like, you got a voice like none other. Like, I never heard that before from somebody so young. And I was like, my last name's Nunn. And
my first name starts with a J. So that was that like after he said that was it. I was like, I guess I could go with J Nunn. And then like shortly after that, somehow I started doing the it's J Nunn thing, like over the beginnings of songs. Like he was like, you should sing your name over the beginnings of songs. And I was like, I don't know, it's kind of corny, but like I did it a few times and I was like,
it's definitely a great sound, a good signature sound. Like it's really
just fun.
good.
It's just fun. It's fun sounding.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it's just fun sounding. So
Because you did that in your it's the real MVP as well. You did that in there as well. Like you just randomly I was like, wow, that was really smart how you did that. Like it's I was like, oh
yeah, I'm gonna be doing that until forever.
Nah, you should, man. You should, man. Now, listen, bro. Listen, it has been an honor, man. I can't believe we've had almost 2 hours of nonstop, and there is still so many things that we could talk about, but man, we're strictly with time. We have to go, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Kofi gang. Shout out to all the voiceplay fans and the Jnon fans in here. Really appreciate you guys for being in here. Shout out to you. Really appreciate you. And shout out to Jnon. I'm gonna ask your first name after this though, because obviously we don't want anyone else to hear about.
It's already floating out there. People know.
Oh, really?
What my first name is now. Yeah. The secret of the J is out.
The secret of the J. Oh my days, man. Anyway, guys, man, shout out to you. Much love, and I'll see you guys in the next interview, man. Shout out to you guys. Stay tuned and we're out.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.